All right, hey everyone, Zach Schieffer, and today we're going to be diving into a topic that is an absolute must know for anyone who's serious about leveling up their email marketing game and increasing your revenue for your e-commerce brand, and that is Klaviyo. Right now, they are the number one leading email marketing software for e-commerce brands. Yeah, there's going to be other great solutions. However, right now Klaviyo is the forerunner in this space. There's tons and tons of 7, 8, 9-figure brands that are using Klaviyo. Now, you might be wondering why Klaviyo specifically. Well, let me tell you, it's not just another marketing tool. It's honestly a game changer. We use it every single day for our clients, and just this channel alone, just email and SMS alone, typically accounts for 25, 35, and even 45% of our clients' total e-commerce direct-to-consumer revenue. So in the end, it's just a single platform that allows you to not only send out those regular email newsletters and SMS texts to your list, but it also allows you to finally segment your audience, set up custom automations, which are called flows, which bring revenue to your store on autopilot. It connects with every single major e-commerce platform, including Shopify and WooCommerce, and every app in between that you can think of. And it allows you to get amazing data-driven insights, which are honestly way more than you could ever ask for, and even includes quite a bit of AI, which is really, really game-changing. So in the end, it just revolutionizes how you talk and interact with your customers. So if you are looking to make every single marketing dollar count, you absolutely need to be looking into using Klaviyo to maximize your retention marketing revenue. All right, so now you're convinced that Klaviyo is the tool that you're missing. The next step is to set up your account. And honestly, it is a breeze. Just trust me. I just did this, and I can promise you, you do not need a PhD in computer science to figure it out. I probably spent more time this morning deciding what to wear than I did setting up my most recent Klaviyo account for a client. So honestly, I recommend just reaching out to Klaviyo support themselves if you haven't done this before, and having them walk you through this if need be. Last time I did this, it was super quick, and they even jumped on a Zoom call to walk me through everything to make sure everything was spick and spam, even though it was for just a smaller account and they weren't even a paying customer at that point. So they'll still guide you through the steps necessary to set up your account and get you going and get everything integrated. But basically, you'll just start by going to Klaviyo's website and signing up with your email. From there, you're going to be guided through a series of very simple steps to get your account up and running. You put all your contact information in there, answer some questions, and honestly, you just walk through it. It's very, very simple. Anybody could do it. It's really not that hard. But here's where it gets even better. Klaviyo seamlessly integrates with popular e-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce. So if you're already using these platforms, you're absolutely in luck. Last time we did this, it was with Shopify. And all we had to do is literally go into your Shopify dashboard and install the Klaviyo app from that actual Shopify dashboard there. And everything was imported. You just, hit a few buttons and that was it. It was super slick, and all of your Shopify data will be imported into Klaviyo. They integrate very, very seamlessly. All right, so you've set up your account and you've integrated it with your e-commerce platform. Now it's going to be time for the Klaviyo dashboard. Think of this as your marketing command center for Klaviyo. It's where you can see an overview of all the magic that's happening. It's really designed to give you a quick yet comprehensive view of your marketing performance. You're going to see key metrics like how much of your revenue is coming from Klaviyo email marketing, how much of that is SMS revenue, how much you're making per recipient, the breakdown of campaigns versus flows, where that revenue is coming from, as well as how your top flows and campaigns are doing. So make sure to spend some time just getting to know these metrics. It's really going to be your best friend and one-stop shop for understanding how this channel is performing as a whole. All right, so we're just going to move along in order of these tabs on the left here. So in Klaviyo, creating an email campaign is seamless. You're going to head over to that campaigns tab on the left, as I said, and click on Create Campaign in the top right. So just a little quick background on email campaigns. Some people are going to call them newsletters or email blasts or something similar. However, these are going to be your one-off targeted emails that are sent at a certain date and time. they serve a very specific purpose, like promoting a sale or announcing a new product. Yeah, some people are going to call them newsletters. I don't like to call them newsletters since they're serving a purpose that's not just telling the news about your brand. There, might be other things like highlighting a sale that you're having, or it might not be as salesy. It might be just giving value to your customers, launching a new product, and so many other things than just a newsletter, in my opinion. From there, really, as you get into creating the campaign, you're going to select your audience, then you're going to design the email itself and choose when to send it. What we like to do is typically just clone the previous campaign that we already sent out and know works, and then swap in new designs. What we do is really create the email in Figma first. So we create everything, make sure it looks very, very beautiful and has amazing deliverability. And we do about 80% of that work in Figma and then import those images over. One important pro tip is to always send yourself one or more test emails. You can actually send it directly to your inbox so you can see what it looks like on your phone and on your desktop to make sure, just because it's super, super easy, especially as you're starting out, to mess up things like links, variables, and other elements of your email. So you really want to test extensively to make sure there's no tiny little mistakes, especially, one tiny little mistake that gets sent out to thousands of people can really wreak havoc. So, as we're looking at it from the whole, what really sets Klaviyo apart is its advanced segmentation and personalization. So you definitely want to include this in your email campaigns. You can segment people based on their behavior, location, and even past purchase history. So you can send the right message to the right person at the right time. In the end, it's like being the DJ at the party. You got to read the room. You got to know what that audience wants so you can play just that right song to get everyone super hyped up. It's the same thing with sending the right campaign at the right time. It's a bit of an art and a science. However, you can really take advantage of these features to make sure each campaign is an absolute smashing hit. So as I said, your campaigns are going to be those one-off newsletter type emails that you send at a specific time. The next step is to nurture those leads and turn them into repeat customers. That's where email flows come into play. These are going to be your automated email sequences designed to engage your audience at all the different various stages of the customer journey. In Klaviyo, setting up an email flow is very straightforward. You're going to go into the Flows tab on your dashboard and click on Create Flow. From there, you can choose from a range of pre-built flow templates like welcome emails, cart reminder, and abandonment emails, win-back flows, and so many others. Here's a graphic of pretty much all the major flows that you're going to want to set up for your store. Again, as I said, there's one flow for each stage within the customer journey, and the purpose of each flow is to move that customer to the next stage. So they start out not knowing anything about your brand, and then you nurture them, tell them more about your brand with the welcome series, and eventually they decide to make their first purchase. Maybe they go through some abandonment emails, but then they go and they get the intro offer that you guys are running. And then you have everything automated, so they get the intro offer, and then it turns into an upsell, a cross-sell, or repeat purchase down the line with all these various flows that you have set up. And eventually that customer turns into a recurring customer, so they purchase again. And then they become a loyal returning customer and a VIP after that with all these different flows that you have set up. It's all automated. And yeah, you can use Klaviyo's built-in templates for everything here. However, to be honest, those are not the greatest. The real magic happens when you customize these flows to fit your specific needs. Klaviyo lets you add conditions, triggers, filters, and so much more, which really makes each flow uniquely tailored to different customer segments and your specific brand. It's really like having a personalized conversation with each customer, but at scale. So especially when you're out, you definitely need to implement flows as they're going to be a massive needle mover, and not just the pre-built Klaviyo ones. You really want to go above and beyond and create them customized for your brand. They're really the workhorses of your email marketing strategy. So you definitely need to invest some time setting up bespoke flows so that they can run in the background and deliver those awesome results that you're looking for. All right, so next up are reviews. Reviews are actually a new feature in Klaviyo. I'm not going to go super in depth into this. However, they basically let you collect reviews at the perfect time in your flows and campaigns. They let you use unique coupons for people who give a review. It lets you segment out reviewers even based on what star rating they had and personalize your messages. As well as Klaviyo lets you use data-driven analytics to really get a great understanding of your review performance. All right, so now that you're familiar with the reviews, let's talk about one of the most crucial elements of your email marketing strategy, which is the sign-up form. Yeah, it's gonna be that little box that pops up when you're on the website browsing for some products. I know they're super annoying. I don't love them either whenever I'm browsing through a website. I don't think anybody loves getting interrupted when they're shopping for their favorite items. However, I like money, and I like more money in my pocket rather than less. And I think you're probably the same too. So yeah, they are annoying. However, I still always sign up for these things since they always have a really great discount if you're doing this well. Typically, it's like 20% off or something like that. So in the end, yeah, they are a necessary evil, but it's how you get people onto your email list. People are just not gonna randomly sign up for no reason. It typically is going to have some sort of offer like 20% off if you sign up for email. And if you're smart, you also have SMS embedded in there so you can incentivize your customers to first give their email, and then second, maybe you give a little bit of an extra discount for people who sign up with their phone number, of course, if SMS is part of your strategy. This is very crucial just because it's the first point of contact with your potential buyers. So you want to make it count. It's crucial to really split test and optimize this sign up form. It's going to be the number one factor when determining how well you can convert website visitors into email list subscribers. Your email list is just not going to grow at any sort of substantial rate if you do not have an optimized sign up form. So you want to split test and really find the best strategy. So diving into that a little bit deeper, Klaviyo really makes that whole process of creating the sign up form and split testing it and really getting the most optimized version. They make it super easy. You just go ahead, navigate to the sign up forms tab on your dashboard where you can go ahead and create a new form. The platform offers various different customization options, which allow you to match the form's design with your brand's aesthetic. But also, you gotta remember, it's not just about looks. The strategy is about how you place your sign up form and exactly when it pops up. That part is essential. Klaviyo really gives you the flexibility to decide whether your form appears on your website as a pop-up, a banner, an embed within the page, or even like a full screen banner. Typically, we just go with a straight pop-up or even a full screen banner. A lot of times on mobile, we like to do that. But we just want to make sure that these pop-up forms are optimized for desktop and mobile separately. So you want to have separate pop-up forms for each. And you really want to do a bunch of tests to make sure that you're converting at the highest percentage. So you want to take time in crafting your sign-up form that not only looks good, but also captures the right information. You don't want it to, of course, interrupt your audience too much, and you still want it to convert well. It's really a balancing act of all these different variables. All right, so with the audience tab, I'm not gonna go super in depth with this. However, this is where you can take a look at your lists, your segments, and your profiles. In short, lists are gonna be static. That's every time someone signs up for your newsletter, they're gonna be added to, say, the newsletter list. Your segments, however, are gonna be based on certain rules that you specify. So for example, out of your newsletter list, you might take a smaller segment out of that. So it might be a 90-day engaged segment. So that could be people who have opened or clicked an email in the last 90 days. And as I said, with segments, you're defining the rules yourself, and lists are just like a big spreadsheet that people are added to. So lists are typically bigger than segments. And of course, last one here, a profile is just one person that you have in your system. So it could be a customer or a potential buyer. You typically have information like their email, name, phone number, location, and other information that you can gather. So say, for example, your sign-up form might actually have a question on there like, are you looking for skincare products or hair care products or both? That's a question that we actually had for one of our beauty brand clients, and there was a lot of segmentation that you could really do with that alone. So That was the audience tab. All right, so the content tab, honestly, our agency doesn't use this one very much. However, here's where you can create coupons, template emails, and just get more information about your products at a quick glance. And it's really just a lot of important information that might be in your Shopify or WooCommerce site. But the great thing is that you just don't have to log into your Shopify or WooCommerce. You can access all of that information here relatively quickly. All right, second to last section here, but let's not forget Klaviyo is not just an email marketing platform, it's also a powerhouse for SMS marketing. In today's fast-paced world, SMS offers a very direct and effective way to reach your customers, and you can include SMS in both your campaigns as well as your flows. So to start with SMS campaigns, say you have a sale coming up and you really want to notify your customers and make sure that they see that you have a sale going on, you're going to go ahead and navigate to the campaigns tab in your Klaviyo account. From there, you can just go ahead and create a new SMS campaign, much like you would an email campaign. And then you can go ahead and set up automated SMS flows. Within the flows tab, you can just add it on to your regular flows that really complement your email flows that you already have. This really gives you a multi-channel approach to reaching your audience. And just a little bit of a side note here, of course, you want to use your SMS text sparingly. You don't want to oversend and annoy your audience. That being said, especially when it's time for a big promotion or a product launch or a sale or Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you really want to stand out. So use SMS, especially when you want them to really see that notification on their phone. Everyone's going to see it on their phone. Nobody just doesn't read through their text. So there's no way that your message is not going to be read by your customer. All right, so as we wrap up this comprehensive guide, it's important to touch on some common pitfalls that you're going to want to avoid. So Klaviyo offers a plethora of advanced features, but you got to keep in mind that every time you're sending out an email, you're not just clicking a few buttons, you're actually reaching out to thousands and thousands of people. Like seriously, a lot of our clients have 30K to 100K people on their list. So, that's stadiums and stadiums full of people that you're sending emails to. So you got to think diligently and make sure that you're not making simple mistakes. They're very easy to do, especially on campaigns, but especially like flows as well. You really want to make sure you're not leaving revenue on the table. You want to make sure those things are optimized to a T. Especially in the flows, mistakes are going to compound since those are automated. They might send to thousands and thousands of people per month. And if you don't correct those mistakes in the beginning, and that mistake goes beyond for months and months and years even down the line, that's revenue which is lost, but it compounds over time and it's just on the table. That's yours for the taking. So I highly recommend that you're very diligent and reach out to experts when setting these things up. It's very crucial to get right, especially as you're trying to scale your brand and leave no lost revenue on the table. So of course, things like minor typos, mistakes, not having the right product, having a product that's out of stock, all these things are just unacceptable because you have to be very diligent with your email marketing. So one common mistake that we see a ton of times is poor segmentation and lack of personalization. You don't want to be like everyone else. You really want to, at the start, just go ahead and send to everybody, but then you want to send to only your highest engaged crowd. So typically that's going to be your 60, 90, or 120 day engaged segment, just depending on what your statistics are looking like. But you really want to focus on these people who are absolutely engaged and loving your emails at first, and not the people who just are not interested or not opening them or put your emails in the trash folder. You don't want to focus on those people. As well as you want to make these messages super personalized. So if someone's interested in men's clothing, for example, you don't want to send them sales on women's boots, for just a very simple example there. You want to break down your audience into different personas and different customer segments. That way your messages truly resonate with that specific audience and things go a lot deeper. And it can be very simple too. Klaviyo lets you address your customers by their first name. So you definitely want to throw that into there and just really make them feel like they're a part of your brand. You can really segment by any of these data fields that you have access to. So yeah, this is going to take a lot more work than you might have initially thought, but especially as your e-commerce brand gets bigger and bigger, this is crucial. And this is what a lot of people are just not doing nowadays as they're sending one size fits all messages. So, Klaviyo is great just because it allows you to see who your most loyal and top fans are. So you can simply focus on them more than anyone else and continue selling and promoting your products and really building those VIP super fans. So again, don't send to your entire list. It's like literally saying, say if you had a house party with 20 of your closest friends and you had a super nice dinner and everyone gets to hang out and relax and watch some football or something like that. But as the host, you give everyone the exact same drink. You fill up a Gatorade bucket and you made some jungle juice for everyone. Not everyone's going to want the jungle juice. Some people might, but other people, you're not giving them what they want. So again, as I said, don't go with the one size fits all solution. Find what people want and tailor it to them. All right, and that's it. That is a comprehensive guide to mastering Klaviyo for all of your email and SMS marketing needs. We've covered everything from setting up your account to creating customized campaigns and flows and everything within Klaviyo that is really the most important aspects, as well as avoiding a few common pitfalls. So if you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe for more in-depth tutorials and insights, since I'm gonna be going way more into depth with my next videos. And also, if you're running an e-commerce brand and you need help doing anything that we talked about and you want to get 25, 35, or 45% of your revenue coming from email marketing, make sure to hit that link in my description down below and it'll take you to my website. There we can go ahead and set you up with a custom game plan, tell you everything that you need to do to achieve those revenue numbers that you're hoping for with Klaviyo. And after that, if it makes sense, we can go ahead and talk about us doing everything all for you. So it's 100% outsourced and on autopilot, and you can focus on the bigger revenue drivers in your business. So thanks again. Looking forward to speaking.